mass consumption of political and security related news that involved India has no parallel as you see this market expand now.
When Taliban agree that they will not allow their land to be used against any country, that also includes Pakistan as well, I guess.
This certainly isn't a country that India thought existed right next doors, and this country that has beaten them certainly wasn't supposed to be Pakistan.
And if India goes for positive developments like developing trade, economics in the region, I am sure Pakistan would go along with this.
Hello. The Indian Prime Minister Narindra Modi continues to threaten Pakistan, and Pakistan continues to reject these allegations. The latest statement from Narindra Modi suggests that he's bent upon stopping Pakistan's water and also threatening another long war. To which the Pakistan Foreign Office has responded, and it has called these statements war-mongering and has suggested that any misadventure will be met with a stiff and robust and proportionate response. Now, beyond this tit for tat that is going on the verbal front, I can give you this amazing insight into how Pakistan looks at India right now. It might come as a surprise to most of the listeners that apart from a tiny elite, whether in the media or business community or infotainment or policymakers, the general take on India and Pakistan was always very generic. It would either be generic or it would either be context and event based. If there's something that gets said in India, it is splashed across the newspapers as headline. Pakistanis would read it, but there was no intense and riveted interest that Pakistani people collectively put on India. It has remarkably changed. One, because war brings absolute attention on the idea of security. And two, post-war, the kind of mood that has developed in Pakistan, there is such a market for information on India. There is such a need to know what the Indians are saying, what they're doing, their names, their places, their interactions, their statements, their interpretations. I've been in journalism for 34 years, and I can tell you that mass consumption of political and security related news that involved India has no parallel as you see this market expand now. So Pakistan is undergoing what I call an information revolution as far as India's news is concerned. It has also led to an understanding revolution as far as India is concerned. It has also led to an insights revolution as far as India is concerned. It no longer is a subject of partial discussion. It has gone from the elite quarters of Pakistani society to the local chai khanas, the rickshaw wala and the tonga wala, as Zulfikar Bhutto used to call them in a different context altogether. So I can tell you that India is being looked at very minutely by the Pakistani people, and unfortunately the picture that comes up is not a happy one.
Amazing how this equation or this imbalance keeps pushing developments, not only in Pakistan and India, but also in region. Look at the tripartite conference in China where Afghanistan, Pakistan and China met. Ishaq Dar, if his words are to be believed, it was highly, highly successful from China's perspective as well as Pakistan's perspective. Irrespective of what the China is going to do with lots of projects that were discussed for funding, I will just talk about how China has been able to bring Afghans to the table, the elusive Afghans, the Afghans that we had contacted time and again to tell them that, look, your soil has been used. Your soil is being regularly used to launch attacks inside Pakistan. Please rein in the TTTP. And they had been, somewhat in a state of denial, saying, look, we do not have really a great influence on TTP. Please talk to them yourself. But this time round, when Taliban agree that they will not allow their land to be used against any country, that also includes Pakistan as well, I guess. So in that development, I guess guess we will be able to secure our western borders, focus more on our core security and economic concerns. As Ishaq Dar himself says, that this conference, this meet has provided them with a lot of considerable progress on diplomatic, strategic and economic front.
This is a path-breaking effort that you see on part of Pakistan. It's not just the people's revolution that has taken place in terms of their interest level in Indian affairs. This is for the first time that Pakistan is making a pitch to the international community at this level. I'm sure Faisal would want to develop more on that, but I want to continue with my argument that I made in the first segment, which is the information revolution inside Pakistan. There's also an understanding revolution that is taking place inside India. They're coming to grips with the new Pakistan reality. Far too many years were spent trying to belittle Pakistan, trying to disregard Pakistan, trying to build an image of themselves by the Indian elite, their mighty money, the idea that India is a land of opportunity, that it is unstoppable, that it is a chained tiger who has thrown away its chains, and what you may have. The titles are a dime a dozen as far as India's economic progress is concerned and how to categorize it. Too many years were spent trying to build that image that we are so far away from Pakistan and so far ahead that it's a laggard and we're a lion and it's basically a failing country or a flailing country and we have arrived. That you basically miss the real picture in Pakistan. And now, with the war over and the way Pakistani media responded to it, the way Pakistan is responding to it diplomatically, the way Pakistani people have come together, you are looking at a new Pakistan altogether. This certainly is not the picture that you ever wanted to even know about Pakistan, because you were told that you're dealing with people who don't really matter. Certainly Pakistan matters so much that your diplomats are running helter-skelter everywhere trying to carry this message in behalf of Delhi. So if Delhi was so great, one visit from Modi to 3 capitals would have been sufficient. You didn't have to send delegates. So you are at par with Pakistan. In certain cases, Pakistan is ahead of you. We have our own pitfalls, we have our own problems. But this certainly isn't a country that India thought existed right next doors. And this country that has beaten them certainly wasn't supposed to be Pakistan.
It's unfortunate and mind-boggling simultaneously, the way India keeps on squandering this opportunity to lead this region into some sort of economic progress. Everything Pakistan probably does on the defense side is a reaction to what India does. It's sort of, Pakistan has its own security needs. No two statements on that front. But India's race towards arms pushes Pakistan to balance the equation. And if India goes for positive developments like developing trade, economics in the region, I am sure Pakistan would go along with this. There's also this talk about telling the world about how Pakistan or how Operation Sindoor is progressing and how Pakistan has been raising terrorism in the region. It's also counterproductive. Look what has happened in the war. Pakistan, they say, has raised the threshold against conventional war as well. When you were talking about nuclear developments, you were talking about nuclear deterrence, let alone nuclear deterrence. I feel that Pakistan has raised the threshold against conventional war when it comes to India. When we talked about India, we looked at its economy, the way it was progressing, the way it was developing its relationships with United States, with the Western world, and everybody was in awe. And now look where you have landed. So India needs to really put his house in order to become a positive change or bring about positive change in the region.
Countries don't go very far when they are in denial of their geography. We said it in a previous post as well that we made this mistake when we did not acknowledge the compulsions of geography, and we kept on thinking that we can do something with Afghanistan. That policy didn't work out. The advice to the Indians is that they should also not be in denial of their geography. They should also not be in denial about what Pakistan has become. They should also not be in denial of the fact that these are neighbors that are bound by geography to coexist. You can either coexist or basically co-perish. The choice is yours. Pakistan has proven time and again that whenever you play good ball, Pakistan will play ball with you. Whenever you throw a bad ball, as you did the last time round, it's going to be smashed back. Thank you.